Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the FrewCast. Oh my goodness, it's Drew. I've missed you,
What
buddy.
up?
It's
Yeah, I
been a
miss you
long
too.
time.
Just a lot of stuff going on, and we're here though.
Being an adult, what the fuck? Can't believe you.
Yeah,
You have responsibilities and shit.
yeah, it's almost like I'm an adult.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of becoming an adult and shit, I'm gonna say this because I'm muted on the call that I am on with my partner, and they aren't gonna listen to this anyways. Not me dissing them or anything. Later this month, I'm taking a trip to go surprise them where they live. I'm so
What?
fucking excited. I have worked 3 weekends in a row to pay for this. It's not even that expensive. I just want to have some extra money to spend.
Yeah,
And then I'm also
yeah, it's
taking a
gonna be
trip.
dope.
Yeah, I'm also taking a trip in December. It's going to be a weekend, so we might not upload a episode the second week of December, just to let everybody know, including you. I'll update you whenever we get there. Um, but I'm taking a trip to go to Universal for a day with my mom, my dad, possibly, and my partner. Speaking of, bro, dude, I'm sorry. I am so excited. I love them so much, and I got I got them a present for their birthday that I won't be able to give to them until I go over.
Oh snap!
It's so fucking pretty. What sucks is that it fits perfectly on my pinky, and I've been needing to get a ring on my pinky, but it's okay. I love them.
No, I just take it. It's fine.
They'd be upset if I handed it to them. So, like, as in, like, oh my god, how much did you spend? It's like, not much, but still.
$7,500.
Ooh, I wish I could have that much. Every other week, I'm waiting on a paycheck just to get a hundred to spend. Shit sucks.
Fair, that's fair.
Oh, they recently just got. You look so upset. Uh, it must have been a long day for you, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it has been. But we ball.
Did the event at least go good?
Yeah, yeah, it went well. Um, Robotics is fun. I Yeah, we had a what's it called? We had a team make it to finals
Oh
for
shit.
the scrimmage and everything, and we have some good stuff for us to work with them on.
Nice. So are you like a coach in robotics? Did you used to take robotics?
No,
Oh,
no, but I'm a coach.
what are you fucking smart?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, there's a
Um,
there's an advantage you have on me.
See, here's the thing. When it comes to um, what's it called? When it comes to robotics and stuff, the building aspect, I understand that. However,
Programming and
when it
shit.
comes to like the programming and the coding and stuff, bro, I am lost.
I feel
Um,
that. Oh,
so but
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did well. Proud of them.
That's
Should be a good year and everything.
that's what's up. Dude, speaking about shit that's going on, um, something. What the fuck? My entire train of thought just disappeared. I pretty much said the two most exciting things that's going on in my life this year.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Ugh,
I mean, I don't there's not too many crazy things going on right now.
yeah.
Um,
Oh,
I oh, yeah, what's up?
probably not my place to share, but at my job yesterday, two people overdosed.
Jeez, like customers, right?
Nah, they didn't pay for anything. They was just on the property.
Well, sorry. I was trying to say like not workers.
Oh yeah, not workers.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at was like not the employees,
Yeah, no,
but
it was two
dang, dude.
people who were high on something. Uh, my coworkers suspect it was hard drug,
Mhm.
particularly a white powder, and they also abused a dog. I'm upset that they overdosed, and I hope that they came back from that. But they were attacking a dog.
Straight to hell.
That's what I'm saying. Like I hope the best for them, but a dog? Speaking of, I have two dogs in my
Trash
room
people.
somewhere. That's yeah, they work.
You abuse animals. I think everybody in America should get to drop kick you.
I think I think you should be stoned, but not with like heavy stones, but like with stones that are heavy enough to actually feel and be like, ow, you know?
Not heavy stones. Straight boulders.
Well, no. I just mean like if it was relatively small stones that do hurt you a little bit, it's more annoying, you know?
Put in a slingshot.
Yes, just shoot a bottle cap at their ass.
What we're trying to say here
We
is
don't
that we
like
don't
abusing
like
animals.
yes. What we're trying to say here.
The only never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Go
Dude!
on.
No. Dude, there's a new video game that's coming out soon. I was gonna say that the only animal I abuse is a stuffed animal. Because it's dude, I saw I went to a thrift shop the other day, and you know what taxidermy is, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I saw I saw the scene from Lion King where it's Mufasa and Scar on the Long Live the King thing, and
Yeah.
it was fucking squirrels spray painted to look like the lions. That shit was weird.
That
It was
people make some weird stuff.
I saw a Pulp Fiction taxidermy too.
That's just weird, dude. Just
Um,
weird.
you know what I kind of want to get into? I don't know what it's called. It might also be taxidermy, but I don't think that is called that. It's where you take dead insects and you put them on display.
I don't know what that's called.
I have no clue either, but like I can't give you an investment, but on my wall that's right here, I would love to have a dragonfly, a beetle, and a praying mantis.
Dragging these nuts.
Womp womp. Dude, okay, kid, I was at work today and a customer was complaining that he had onions on the burger. So the people that were in kitchen today took the onions off, you know?
Mhm.
And the dude was like, "Did you just take the onions off?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, that's not gonna work." And my coworker just goes, "Womp womp, here you go," and just walks off. This is like a 70-year-old dude who's never had disrespect from somebody like that. Like, I watched it happen, and I was in shock, and to see the old dude go, "Hey, what the fuck?" It was just it made my day so much better.
Womp womp.
Ugh. And then he filed a complaint to me as if I was the manager, and I'm like, "Yes, sir, I'm so sorry, we will work on that." And then as I'm walking, I go, "Womp womp." Shit was funny. Dude, I've had some insane customers recently. I
Dealing with the
love
public in a job sucks.
I love fast food. I love customer service in fast food. I don't like customer service, nor do I like fast food, but it's the, urgency and, audacity and, the feeling that every customer gets that they're the only people in the entire world and that they should be the ones being served first, no matter how late or how early they ordered. I love it. I also love dealing with customers. For example, somebody placed a cake order that was due on the 11th, the Wednesday that's coming
Mhm.
up, right? The Wednesday that had just passed is when she came and got it. And they called up and, we were like, "Oh, okay, it should be written on and available when you come up." And she was giving me a bitchy attitude over the phone. She was like, "Well, I'm not understanding why why isn't it already done? Why are you saying it should be done by the time I get up there?" And I'm like, "Well, typically, uh, you know, we don't have any people who actively work on the cakes today. Yesterday we were super busy, so they probably just didn't have any time." And she goes, "That's not an excuse." I wanted to spit in her face over the phone, but I just went, "Yes, ma'am. Like I said, it should be available when you get here. Bye." And I hung up. She came up and she was like, "Hi, I have a cake order. Can you get it for me?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, is it prepaid? What's the name on it? This and that." I grabbed it and not knowing that it was me on the phone, she goes, "Also, whoever was on the phone with me when when I tried to get this cake, sorry, I have the hiccups, needs to learn how to respect people. That was super disrespectful what they did, this and this." And I'm like, like I wanted to be
You're
there.
like, "That was me."
I wanted to sit there and be like, "I will spit on you right now. I'm able to. I'll clock out. Don't think I won't." I've Dude, holy shit. Somebody almost ran me over in my parking lot and then came up to me as if I was in the wrong, wanted to fight me as if I was in the wrong.
I would've fought him. I would've squared up.
This is this is how the exact interaction went. I'm walking. I'm on my phone because I'm in a parking lot. No matter what, you yield to pedestrians, right? Are we all agreeing on that? If you're in a parking lot, you yield to pedestrians?
Supposed to, yeah.
Okay. So I'm walking. No car is next to me as I'm walking. There's no chance of the view being blocked of me. So I'm walking, and this huge ass fucking truck zooms. Like I'm talking at least 30 miles an hour in a small ass
Mhm.
parking lot. I don't even know how he picked up that speed. Zooms in front of me. And I'm just like, I didn't even put up a finger. I'm just like trying to get to my car. I grab the stuff. I hear his tires screech. He backs up, parks. And as I'm walking back to the fucking door, he goes, "What the hell's your problem, man? I'm sorry that I didn't see you. Why'd you flip me off?" I'm like, "What? I didn't flip you off." And he's like, "Maybe you shouldn't have been on your fucking phone, you loser." And like he was just insulting me, like full on berating me. And I'm like, "Dude, you're 70 years old. Go back into your car and drive. You're not even in this you aren't even registered in this state." And he is still just yapping and yapping. And like he's approaching me as if he wants to fight, right? So I'm just like, I'm not gonna fight you. There's no way, even if you were to win, I have your license plate and I'm a minor, you're not going to win. It doesn't matter, right? So as I'm fucking walking inside, he goes, "Yeah, that's right, walk off like a pussy." And I hear it, and I don't know what came across me that day, but the door was about to be shut, and I quickly open it, and I just go, "Phew," and ran. I saw him almost close the door, immediately open it up, and start to try to run.
My man. I'm not gonna lie, if somebody did that to me, I'd probably run at them and try to fight as well. Like,
I don't know what came over me. It was just something happened. Ugh. I had somebody cuss me out because I accidentally mocked their accent.
mm,
So I'm in the dirty South, right? So every now and again I'll get a customer that's like, even for me, it's hard to cipher what they're saying, right?
yeah.
So I'm used to people talking with a country accent where every other word is like ah, ah, and their accent sounds like they just came from a fucking tree. So there was this one person who you know that stupid meme, or actually I kind of like it. It's just these cats holding different sodas and saying the words, saying the names of the soda, and one of them's like root beer. You know that?
I don't know that meme.
Okay, well, other people probably do. So it's like that, and uh, he was saying, uh, he was like, let me get a full piece, with barbecue sauce and a root beer." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, a root beer?" And he goes, "That's what the fuck I said in a proper accent." And I'm like, "Whoa,
Mhm.
man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And he goes, "Nah, man, fuck you and your root beer," and he just storms off. And then my manager did the same thing 2 days later in the drive-through. The dude pulled up, was about to park and come inside, and then pulled off. That dude has came to the drive-through every single day since and has not ordered a root beer.
Man, people just get pissed too easily.
I know. It also doesn't help that nowadays, every time that I'm at work, I I look like and I don't mean this with any disrespect towards any group. I look gay, like super feminine all the time. And I don't know if anyone who listens to this podcast knows anything about the South, but how to put it? Uh they're very homophobic. Like very homophobic. I made a joke to one of my friends. Like I was in the back doing my job in the kitchen with one of my friends and I pretended like I was going to kiss them. And somebody up front straight up called me the F slur, like yelled it. And I'm like, you have no room to say that. And then a whole group of older gay men came in, like together.
Mhm.
And I was astonished. Not because, like, oh, that's so weird, but more like,
Yeah.
y'all are just walking out in public. And they were super flamboyant. It was very cool. I loved it. They were I have not received a compliment from any gay man under 40.
Mhm.
I enjoyed all of the compliments they gave me. It made me feel like I was the baddest motherfucker in the entire world. I've had I've been having a lot of weird customers recently. Not like, ah, shit. I said that timing. I've been having a lot of different customers. Fucking I had a group of people that were foreign, like from Europe,
Yes.
and they all had their accents. Germany and Polish, or German and Polish were the different ethnicities, or like the different nationalities. And my
Mhm.
manager comes up, he's just trying to annoy the piss out of me, and it worked, I will admit. He's like, "So where are you from, man?" The dude who I'm taking the order of, he goes, "Oh, I'm Poland. I'm from Poland. I'm Polish." And my manager goes, "Oh, I've heard that it's dangerous out there. Is it dangerous out there?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's not dangerous. It's actually very safe and secure." And he's like, "That's weird." Lil Yachty made a song called Poland. You ever heard of it? And he's like, "Nah, I'm, who's Lil Yachty?" And Pat just starts singing it, just randomly. This dude from Poland is like, oh, like just confused. He looks at me for moral support. I'm just like, I can't do anything. And then once I took all of their orders, I'm like, Pat, you're lucky you're a
Can't just do
manager.
that.
I will slap the fuck out of you. It was funny though. Ugh.
If so I don't even know how I would respond in that situation.
It's like, right? Like imagine we go to a foreign place. Like imagine we go to Canada for some fucking reason together. And we go to a McDonald's that's over there. And we have I have my southern accent and you have an American accent. And they just go, "Huh, where y'all from? Oh, is it safe? Blah 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 blah." Yeah, I heard Justin Bieber lives there now. Okay. What the fuck does that have
Start
any
singing
correlation?
"Baby,"
Or Drake. Like what who the fuck cares if they live in the US?
and people
I
I
love
don't know.
people. I love how weird we can be.
I you know, when I go in public, believe it or not, I don't like talking to people.
Yeah, I can say I do either.
Um, and like I don't think I do well with compliments from people. Um, like from strangers. It kind of weirds me out. It's like you walked over here to say something.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten to a point so that, a conversation doesn't start, that I have a few things that I'll like respond with. And the first thing people will comment is my hair. They'll be like, "Oh, I like your hair." And a comment that I'll make back that makes it awkward and they walk away is I'll just look at them and go, "Thanks. I grew it myself." Or I'll say like, "Thanks, I do too," or whatever. And like I'll do that about clothes. Like someone will be like, "I like your shirt" or whatever. And I'm just like, "Thanks, me too."
I picked it out myself. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of people just walking up to me trying to
Yeah,
talk. Like I don't know you like that.
yeah. I understand that. I don't necessarily like it either, but like when I'm at work, it's kind of hard to not like for some reason everybody wants to strike up a conversation if I'm up front. So it's like, okay, I guess we're talking now. Like the other
Yeah.
day, fucking I try to compliment people on stuff on like niche things. Like I mainly compliment tattoos because
Mhm.
it's fucking art. And somebody had a little wizard tattoo like right here. And I go after finishing taking their order, I'm like, "Here's your receipt. Your number is on there. We'll call out your number. I'll bring it to you if you don't respond. Blah blah blah. Also, I really like your wizard tattoo." And he goes, "Ah, thank you. I got it because it reminds me of Lord of the Rings." And I'm like, "Okay. I just wanted to compliment it. I'm glad that it has somewhat of a meaning, but I didn't ask." Care didn't ask.
um I embarrassed a I'd say pretty sure like college age person. I was in line at a I was in line at a Moe's
Mhm.
and she was with a group of her friends. It was probably like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh no.
And I think the girl had just gone through a breakup or something. And I overheard their conversation and it was like going back and forth, blah blah blah. And the girl goes, "I could pull any man that I choose." And she was like, I guess she looked around. She went, "I could pull him, him." And then she goes, "And I can pull him." And in my head, I was like, "Please don't be talking about me." So I'm standing there, and this is just after, I think this is like right after I got married or something like that. And she comes up, she goes, "I like your hair." And I just kind of went, "Thanks." And she said something else. She was like, "I like your, I think your shirt. I like something." And I just turned and I went, "I'm married." And she just looked, she looked down and she went, "Oh," and like turned back to her friends. And I didn't hear her say anything else the whole time that I was in that Moe's.
Oh no. Dude, that reminds me, fucking when my partner was over here for a weekend and we went out to eat, uh we were going around, we were having fun, chit-chatting, doing this, doing that. And somebody I guess it kind of seemed like we were siblings, and somebody
Mhm.
went up and complimented them and asked for their number. And I'm just like, "Okay." And Tiana, like, well, my partner, when it happened, they were just astonished and looked at me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you can have their number. It's 228," and I gave them my number, and they were like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And they immediately hit me up, and I was like, Yeah, this is their boyfriend. I just gave you my number. Go fuck yourself. And I mean, as soon as he turned around, that's when he texted it, and I immediately responded, and he was like he was passing us, and you could immediately tell he was like,
Yeah.
I've also had somebody hit on me in front of my partner too,
Mhm.
and they responded to it way worse than I did. They go, um, excuse me, he's married? And I'm like, yeah, was what they said. I
I
mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I've never had anybody be that bold to flirt with me in front of my wife, or at least not that I picked up. At least maybe it happened and I just didn't realize it. Um, but I'm pretty sure she would absolutely destroy them on the spot.
Yeah,
Like
my part
she'd knock out some teeth or something. Like there's no playing about that.
dude, I went to go to Walmart so that I could get some stuff to make some banana pudding, and I also needed, I know it's a weird, run to the store, but
Are you just randomly making banana pudding?
yeah, I know how to make it.
You like
It's
banana pudding that much that you just randomly make it?
dude, I made it the other day. It's gone now. Like, I mean, I fucking demolished that shit. It was gone 3
Fair.
days after I made it, and I think I opened up the container once.
We made an apple pie
What
from
the
apples that we
fuck?
picked.
What the fuck? And you're over here like, you like banana pudding that much?
No, no,
What
no. I'm not judging you for liking banana pudding, but
I'm judging you.
I've never heard anybody say that like, "Oh yeah, because I just wanted to make banana pudding." Like,
Well, I wanted to try some different stuff.
uh, pause though. Okay, we went somewhere to pick apples to make an apple pie,
That's so gay.
but we don't make pie all the time. You're over there saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, I love banana pudding. Oh yeah, I make it all the time."
I never said that I make it all the time. I learned how to make it 2 years ago, and this is the first year that I've made it more than 3 times.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much!
I think that's the first time in my life I've ever made a pie.
I don't like pie, so fuck yourself. Bing bong!
All right, so that's been this episode of the
No,
FrewCast.
what? Pie is where you draw the line out of everything that I've said that I don't like. Pie?
You ever had
I
you ever
swear
had
to
a
God.
peanut butter pie?
What?
Peanut butter pie.
I could possibly get behind that.
It's delicious.
Yeah, because it's fucking peanut butter.
I'm gonna punch through this freaking monitor.
Hot. Shove your fist in my mouth.
Um, okay, I started reading a Star Wars book about Order 66, and the character in the beginning talked about how at night when they tried to go to sleep, because they're being raised by warriors, but
Okay.
they were upset that their parents died, they would curl up in bed and put their fists in their mouth so that the other people would not hear them crying and sobbing. And I read that in a room full of kids because they were all reading their books, right? I was reading my book and I laughed and they went, "I thought you said that book was about Jedis being murdered." And I said, "Well, it is." And they said, "So why is it funny?" And I went, "You don't understand." And they were like, "What?" And I said, "Just go back to reading your book." But yeah, that was their they didn't want other people to hear them cry, so they did that.
I am super, super astonished that those two things actually correlated.
right?
I am a little bit happy too. I thought you just wanted to change the subject because you
No,
were super uncomfortable, but no,
nope,
that
nope,
is amazing.
nope.
I used to be able to fit my fist in my mouth.
Why? That's There was a kid in elementary school that would take his hand and like do something like that. Um, and one day he did it, and I just looked at him and I went, "And now you have to go wash your hands. That's disgusting." He never did it again.
At
So
least
I don't
not
know
in
if he
front of
was
you.
afraid. I don't know if he was afraid of washing his hands or was embarrassed that I called him out for having to wash his hands.
There was fuck. Speaking of speaking of weird fucking shit that happened in school, um
Mhm,
I don't know how it got brought up and how it happened, but I was trying to impress somebody in second grade. It was a female uh s- class member
mhm,
that I had a little bit of a crush on for like second grade standards, and my friend across from me dating the sister of this classmate, or like dating, uh we Germex got brought up, and my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I eat it all the time." And apparently they had already staged this with the person they were quote unquote dating. They're
mhm.
like, "Yeah." And they pour some in front of their mouth, but made it look like they were eating it. And I'm like, "Man, that ain't shit." And I snatched the shit from them, and I mean half of the thing I ate. Half of a fucking Germex, a little bottle like this, kind of. Oh, what the shit did I just do? Whoops. Whoops. Hang on. Hang on. Half of the thing
Here
I
we
ate,
go.
and, and like I just, and everybody, I mean everybody that was near me at that lunch table was like, "What the fuck? Did he actually just do that?" And they were like, my friend was astonished that I had the audacity to do that. And they were just like, "Dude, I didn't actually eat it." And I'm like, "Well, I did." So, and then
You
I
know,
threw up.
sometimes I wonder what's wrong with you, and then you tell me things like that, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Makes a lot of sense now.
Got those
Somebody,
Germ-X chemicals in his brain.
uh, s- somebody in my family one Thanksgiving asked me if I was dropped on my head as a baby, and my mom chimed in and
100%.
was like, "No, but he did fall off of a tree." And it was like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
That does See, that also makes a lot of sense.
I know. Dude, there was one time I was climbing a tree without adult supervision when I was like 6, and I was a solid 10 feet off the ground, and listen, for me being a 3-foot child at that age,
Gidget.
yeah, it was very high up, and I fell, landed smack dab on my back into a root that was sticking out of the ground,
Ooh,
and I
maybe
go and I cried my fucking eyes out when that happened, and I walked inside and I was like, and I just went on with my day.
doctors don't recommend that happen.
"Oh, really?"
Mhm. Yeah, doctors don't recommend that you, fall out of trees and hit your spine on things. They say it can cause adverse health effects. I just looked it up.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It also said that 9 out of 10 doctors say that Frosty's a dumbass. So it's
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense actually. I had a dream that I was getting attacked by eggs last night. And then I think these two things are correlated. And then today, no, 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 wait. And then today, I was talking to my partner about how if we can grow human brains in a lab, why the fuck can't we grow something in a lab that just produces chicken eggs? And why aren't we making egg guns?
Did you see that they made? I'm sorry. What was that last part?
So if
What
we
was? No, 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 just the last sentence.
why haven't we made egg launchers?
Frosty, you. I make fun of you a lot
Uh,
on this podcast.
yeah.
Okay, and you know when we started the call today, I said to myself, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm not gonna make fun of him as much today. And then you go and say something like that, and it makes me just question that idea. Frosty, why would we need egg launchers?
Okay, hear me out. I am super excited about this. Think about it. If we implement egg launchers in high crime neighborhoods, like that are rapid in shootings and drive-bys and mass shootings and whatever, and we just go, listen, for a couple days, use these egg launchers. Now, my math could be flawed, but we might have less killings.
Okay, here's my question. Do you want me to live in your world of make believe right now or the real world?
I feel like both ways I'm gonna get insulted. So let's go with the real world.
Are you sure?
No, but let's go.
We're gonna go make believe. Frosty, I think that's a great idea.
No, 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 no. Let's go world because
Frosty,
I
why would
guarantee
people why would they do that?
because bro,
Why would they
listen.
agree? Frosty, there's already like jail blasters and there's already like Nerf guns and stuff. And do you think they choose those? You think they hop in the car, go to Walmart, and say, "I'm gonna buy this Nerf gun with a drum magazine and use that for my drive-by"?
Okay, but there was somebody, and there's evidence of this. I think I feel like there should be. I saw it. I saw it once. So please fact check me. Uh, apparently somebody handed out water guns to uh like really gang influenced neighborhood and was like, want to have a water gun fight? And that entire place lost a lot of crime. Like there's still a lot of crime, but like there was a good decent chunk that got reduced because they had fun. I'm just saying. Now, realistically, in neighborhoods like mine, where there's not a lot of crime, you know, like there's not gang violence or anything, and there's an egg launcher. Do you know how often I, specifically me, would go around egging people's houses with that fucking gun? I would boom, boom, boom. That's the sound that I imagine an egg launcher would sound. I've thought about this a lot, and I also talked to my partner's father about this, who just so happens to be a rocket scientist. I'm not making that part up, I promise. And I go, "How come this hasn't happened?" And he was just like, "Jordan, I like you. You're really good for my daughter, but this is such a stupid idea."
So you're telling me that comment wasn't a good enough deterrent to stop you from bringing it up now.
No.
You still fully believe in your egg launcher idea.
I believe in a lot of ideas. Believe me, the egg launcher idea is one of the more tame and less "what the fuck is wrong with you" ideas. And think about it. Think about it. If we just if we just grow the reproductive part of a chicken, it's not necessarily inhumane, okay? It's not like we are creating an entirely new chicken life and forcing it. Like it's not like we're strapping a chicken and going and it's popping out these eggs, right?
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like a
Um,
milk gun? Dude, I would go insane for that. I physically can't drink milk. It ruins my asshole. But like imagine I if I had a milk gun, my asshole would be destroyed every day because I'm pooping so much. Just to clarify, not because people are going in it, but because so much shit is coming out because I'm drinking so much milk. I'm lactose intolerant.
he lactose and he's tolerant.
Yeah.
Well, you saying that, just so you know, um, within the past year, scientists were able to make a meatball that is woolly mammoth.
And I wasn't the first to eat it. What the fuck?
So they
I want to eat a
found the
boiling
DNA.
frog. They found the DNA.
Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice. They found the DNA and they were able. I don't know how they did it, but I think it was like majority DNA a of the woolly mammoth, and then the other part was basically its descendant at this point, which is the African elephant.
The sea
Um,
cucumber.
so they put both of them together, and they were able to somehow grow it in a lab, and it basically made like a chunk of flesh that they then turned into a meatball. But the problem is because of like the ancient like stuff in the DNA, they were like, well, we have to like do a lot of testing for is it safe for a human to eat now? Because one of the things about bringing animals back based off their DNA they find in whatever is like, well, what if they come back and there's like a disease that they carried and it spreads to humans and like kills them, or like vice versa, it can't survive the germs of like the world today and it would just die like before they even were able to like have enough of them to have like a population or whatever. um but yeah, the article popped up one day and I was like, yo, what? And I like stopped teaching to read it real fast. And I told my class and they were like, how does that work? And I like explained it. And they were like, I had a kid like you that was immediately like, I want to eat that. And I was like, no, you're going to start
But
the zombie
think
apocalypse or
about it.
something.
Think about it though. I mean, okay, you said that they need to do testing. So,
Not human testing, Frosty.
why not? Why not?
Because viruses,
Okay. So what?
viruses that we can't cure.
You don't know that?
Modern medicine was not around with woolly freaking mammoths.
Fuck you. We can still try.
This is coming from the person that gets a tummy ache from a glass of milk.
Okay. So what? In fact, being able to tolerate lactose is a mutation. So all I'm saying
Mhm.
is that I'm normal. And all of you freaks who have
Are you
the
sure about
ability.
that?
Shut up.
That normal part? Are you
Actually, fuck, dude, I can't sit still anymore. My ADHD is kicking in.
That's fair.
Dude, there was a teacher that I used to have in middle school that was like, ADHD isn't real. You're just fucking stupid. They didn't say those exact words, but they were definitely
I
like, you just want to move around.
I've definitely heard people try to say, like, ADHD is not real. They just need to get their butt whooped. And I'm like, "Bro, what? ADHD is real.
Yeah,
Is a real thing."
it's absolutely a real thing.
No, man, people that are like, you know, they just randomly say like, "Oh, it's not real." And like growing up, there were teachers that I had that would say that. I'm like, "Yo, what?
Huh? Dude,
You're in the world of education and you think that? Like, what?"
yeah, yeah. I had a science teacher. I shit you not. A science teacher that was like, for some reason mental disabilities came up, and we were talking about them, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter who you are. If you have ADHD or autism, you're just the same as all of us. It doesn't matter. It's just a way to get out of work." And I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up. I could possibly agree with you on the ADHD, but also not at all. But the autism? The fuck? Like, if you had Asperger's, then it's kind of understandable why somebody would think that. Because Asperger's, if you have Asperger's, you're like really fucking intelligent and you're able to do work super fast. But how the anything other than that, like, for instance, I have a family member who has autism, and they're high functioning, but they still need help. Like, it's not a way to get out of work. It's a literal. Again, I don't want to say defect or disability because I think that in fact it's a superpower in my opinion. But still, I hate the United States education. Except for you, Drew. You're awesome. I like you.
Thank you. I was about to
And
say,
and
"Geez,
your
all right,
and your
thanks,
wife.
bud."
And your wife. Isn't
Yes,
she
thank
also a
you.
teacher?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought so. Fuck you. I mean,
All right. That's it.
yeah. I'm gonna say it. Say what? I don't care that you broke your. I've had to pee this entire episode.
I mean, that's your fault. Sounds
I
like a you
peed.
problem, bud.
I peed before.
Sounds like a you problem, bud.
I think there's something wrong with my bladder.
Yeah, it's probably a UTI.
What do you mean? Don't you only get those if you don't clean properly or stick it
I
in
don't am I a
nasty?
doctor, dude? I don't
You're
know.
smarter than me.
You said that you're peeing a lot and you feel like something's wrong with you.
So you immediately go to a UTI?
I mean, I feel like it's a logical step.
You think I just stick my pee pee and poop?
I'd I'd believe it.
Out of all the things that you have said to me in a jokingly rude manner, that one hurt the most.
Yo, I got a question.
Uh,
So I want to play Starfield.
uh-huh.
Okay. So I want to play Starfield, and part of me thinks the most. Okay, think about it with me. Part of me feels like the most logical way to go about playing Starfield is to just get Xbox Game Pass. Because if I played enough and I beat it within 3 months,
It's free, right? Isn't the first 3 months free?
no, I don't think so. But I'm talking about like it's
Are you
like
talking
17 bucks.
are you talking
I'm
PC Game Pass?
yeah.
Oh, I could get you a month free.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
But like logically, if I beat it in 3 months, paying for Game Pass, I still haven't paid for the full amount of the game,
Yeah.
so I got it cheaper.
Just like when I beat the entirety of Far Cry 6 without paying for it at all because I pre-ordered it and then I didn't have the money for it when it came out, but I was able to play the early access and I beat the entire game. Like I mean, I 100%ed that game within like the 2 week span of the uh um
I don't know
uh
where you were going. I don't know anything about Far Cry.
um early access, that's what it's called.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've never played a Far Cry game.
You fucking with me, right?
I've never played one. I've seen gameplay of games, but I've never actually played one.
Why?
I think for the most part, growing up, the only single player game I really liked was Skyrim.
Kill yourself. I mean,
And like I really like Skyrim. But for the most part, I was more into multiplayer games because a ton of my friends we would hop on and play stuff. But like now, I don't have a ton of friends that hop on and play on PC, so it's hard to hop online with them.
yeah.
So like I'm getting into more single player games.
Yeah.
Like Power Wash Simulator. Oh, I know I've talked about it on here before, but man, such a relaxing game.
Yeah. I yeah, I understand what you're getting at. I highly recommend the
Is it on
I
Game Pass? Let me look it up.
no. No, but they recently had a sale on Steam. I don't know if they're still on sale.
Um,
Did you mean
Far
free?
Cry. Huh?
Sorry. I typed Far Cry on Steam and then I clicked special offers.
Play Far Cry 5 today with Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, really? Okay. Far Cry 5 is like the worst one though.
You're the worst one.
Thank you.
How are you gonna sit there and be like, you gotta play them, and then I'll tell you that there's one there, and you're like, I don't know about that one.
Okay, here. These are the ones that I will tell you to not play. Blood Dragon and 5. I don't like either of those 2. They could be good,
Well,
but I don't like them, so don't play them.
I'm not pagan, so if it's part of Game Pass, I'll play it, which means I'm probably gonna play 5.
Oh, next time, be a little better.
You wanna buy it for me?
If it gets, if it gets discounts on Steam, I'll buy it for you.
You don't have to do that. I'm probably not gonna play it.
Well, then fuck you! But no, my personal favorite is Far Cry Primal. I actually have it on my laptop that can run it at
Mm,
very low graphics.
bro, miss me with that.
Kill yourself.
Primal?
Yeah,
Yo, I might buy this house flipper game.
dude. Okay.
Start renovating some houses.
Isn't there a multiplayer on there?
I have
I
no
know.
clue. I think there's multiplayer on Power Wash.
Yeah, I was thinking about re-downloading it so that I could try that Bikini Bottom one. Plus, it would also be super cool if we did Power Washing Simulator as like a podcast episode every now and again.
I'm down. Power Wash
Uh,
Simulator is just so relaxing.
I'll download it while I'm uploading this video. Ugh.
Thief Simulator?
What?
There's a game called Thief Simulator.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They just released a
Tony Hawk's
second
Pro
one.
Skater 1 and 2.
It's on Game Pass?
No. No, 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 no. No, I'm looking at Steam, like what's on sale on Steam.
Oh,
Tony Hawk, the 1 and 2 though is $20,
yeah, I have it on my
half off.
Xbox account, but I can't get it on my PC or my laptop. I love Tony
You know, I
Hawk Pro
really
Skater.
it's a good game. Good games.
I had the first one on the Nintendo 64.
Of course you did.
Fuck you.
No thanks.
Ah, you just crushed my dreams. uh, anyways, we've been going on for about an hour and 3 minutes. Is there anything you would like to plug before we leave?
Um, do all the stuff. The like, the listen, the share, whatever. Do all of those things.
Yes, exactly what he said. Follow, subscribe, like, share, whatever the fuck you want to do. Do it, please. I will if here. If we hit 100 likes or actually no, if if we get 50 plays on either Spotify or YouTube, I will post a photo of me on my knees on my Instagram. Lol Patu Frosty. Just saying. Anyways,
If we get 100, he'll dye his hair magenta.
okay. Yeah, I'll make that promise. I'll make that promise. I'll make that promise. I'm okay with that one. But
Okay.
yeah, you know, please.
You have
I
anything you
suck.
got to plug?
I already did. I plugged my Instagram. I've been posting on there literally every day
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
since
Fair enough.
the beginning of this week. Go follow it, please.
Fair enough.
All right. That was this episode of the FrewCast. I still have no clue how many episodes we've been going, but it's more than one.
It is. I'm glad you can observe that fact.
yeah. Uh, bye, everybody.
Deuces.